Assessment with the tailor troughs. Now we're going to decide what techniques we're going to use. Obviously there's two options you have, needle and cannula. So needles are quite good when you've got a young patient, good skin quality, and normally there's minimal bone loss there. So with the needle, what you would do is mark out the infraorbital rim first, because your safe area is onto the bone. So we mark out the infraorbital rim. So if you've got a young patient with good skin laxity, good skin complexion, we're going to use a needle. So there's two techniques you can use with a needle. The first is if there's minimal bone loss, and it's normally where they've got dark circles and very minimal bone loss, as we said. Then we would do a micro bolus technique. So let's say, for example, dark circles started from there and extended to there. We would do a micro bolus at the end of the dark circles, at the beginning, and then one in the middle. Obviously, I'll show you the technique in the next video. So we're going to do a micro bolus going 90 degrees, hit the bone, aspirate, and deposit between 0.05, 0.1. So that would be, as I said, needle, young patient, good skin quality, and minimal bone loss. If they've got more severe bone loss, then we can still use a needle, and then we would do a retrograde technique. So we would go in, fill where the volume, restore the volume lost there. So same again, young, good skin quality, use a needle, minimal bone loss, micro bolus. More severe bone loss, use a needle, but the retrograde, so you're going in and retracting as you feel, same again deep on just above the bone. Then if you've got older patient with poor skin quality and more severe bone loss, then we will be using a cannula. So I'm going to mark the other side, and we'll say we're going to use a cannula. So same again, we're going to mark the infraorbital rim, making sure in bone. So we're going to be using the cannula with retrograde frame. The other thing we also mark is the infraorbital foramen, because we don't want our insertion point to be there. So we just open your eyes. So the infraorbital foramen is, if you draw a vertical line from the medial campus, a centimetre below that infraorbital rim is normally where your infraorbital foramen is. And sometimes if you do pinch quite hard, they can feel it. So if you want to avoid that insertion point, so we're going to do a cannula. And normally I'll say that will be my insertion point, and we do a cannula deep onto bone to restore that volume loss. So as I said, it's going to be an older patient with poor skin quality with much more severe bone loss. So in summary, needle, younger, good skin quality, minimal bone loss, use the micro bolus technique. More severe bone loss, use the retrograde technique. Older patient with poor skin quality, use a cannula with more severe bone loss, obviously avoiding infraorbital foramen, and retrograde fill deep onto bone.